There is something really fascinating happening right now. A new report from Lululemon shows that the wellness industry, originally meant to heal us, is actually creating a new form of burnout. Wellness burnout. The report finds that the pressure to improve our well-being actually has us focused on what we're lacking and not what we're accomplishing. Nearly 2/3 of people say they are struggling with this societal demand to keep up with their well-being and support their well-being in specific ways. With ClassPass now offering any class at essentially any time, this flexibility is turning into pressure with no excuse not to fit it in. Group tracking everything from strain to sleep, and with these overly aesthetic morning routines dominating our feed, wellness is now starting to look like curated wellness in this pressure cooker. We're no longer working for ourselves, we're working for our wellness, and it is exhausting. This mounting pressure is creating a sense of guilt when we're not keeping up.
Is this low-key like a wellness competition? Oh, you wanna get on the bed? All right, we're gonna see how long this will last. Oh. Speaking of wellness, one of my favorite kombuchas lately have been these Dr. D's sparkling probiotic. They're not really kombucha, but they're more gut support, but they're really cheap. I get 2 for like $4. They're a lot cheaper than most kombuchas. Most kombuchas are like $10 a pop. No, I'm kidding. But damn near, might as well be. I grew up with whatever the African version of an almond mom is. I would say my mom really got into her healthy almond mom journey when I was around 5 or 6. I'm gonna say probably around 8 or 9. And when I was younger, I did dance. And then when I got to like high school, I ended up doing sports. And now that I'm out of school, I still go to the gym. I still like doing outside activities, hiking, things of the sort. So I myself am the type of person where I have a pretty, what most people would consider vigorous health and wellness routine. And a huge part of that for me is my health. I have the big 3: eczema, allergies, and what's the last one? Eczema, allergies, and asthma. I definitely have a very weak immune system, so I genuinely don't feel good when I'm consistently not taking care of my health. And even as someone who has a lot of time to spend on health and wellness, I understand and know that there's a certain level of realism that comes with health and wellness. Not just in regards to cost and time, but actual dedication and motivation. And what I'm seeing online right now from the wellness community, the wellness girlies, if you will, it's definitely inching more and more out of the realm of reality. And it's almost starting to feel like a race of who can wellness the most. Which is why I thought, what better time than to do another unfiltered get ready. I had the idea to film this video because a few months back, I got sucked into the wellness world of the internet. I would say for me, it started on TikTok. I kind of got sucked into the constant new wellness tips and tricks, the wellness morning and evening routines. I was seeing all these different drinks, supplements, teas, gels, and I felt like I had to do it all. And it seemed realistic because I'm like, oh, all these people are doing this daily. That's what they're saying. So clearly it's possible. Clearly it's doable. And I can honestly admit to you guys that I got to the point where I was spending an absurd amount of time daily on castor packs, all of these other like extra things, and it took a lot of time.
Does anyone else ever feel completely overwhelmed by the amount of like wellness things that we're supposed to do? Red light therapy, gua shying, microneedling, teeth whitening, cholesterol, supplements, working out, water, lemon water, apple cider vinegar, retinol, tretinoid, vitamin C, sunscreen, don't forget the back of your hands. There's just so much stuff that I just feel so overwhelmed and like I'm never doing enough on this dang app.
Of course, don't get me wrong, having a good old wellness day from start to finish where it's packed with a bunch of fun wellness activities can be fun to do every once in a while. But this is something that I was convinced I had to do daily. And this is something that a lot of people try to convince us that they do daily too. One of the things we hear over and over again everywhere is to drink your water. However, honestly, the emphasis should be on staying hydrated and not just drinking more water. And sometimes it's really easy to just forget to drink water altogether. And it's still summer for me, unfortunately, as an Arizona girly, so it's still more important than ever for me to stay hydrated. So one of the ways I love to stay hydrated is with Waterdrop, which is the partner of today's video. Waterdrop has been my go-to for increasing my overall water intake. Their micro drinks are not only bomb, with so many flavors to choose from, but they're also sugar-free, and some even come with an energy boost and electrolytes. Some of my favorites have been the cola flavor, the iced peach tea, and orange. Another thing that will never fail to remind us to drink more water is by having a cute water bottle, and Waterdrop has no shortage of that. My favorites right now have to be this tumbler. It has a collapsible straw with a spill-proof lid, which is absolutely perfect for my gym sessions. And then there's this glass bottle that I got with this cute little pouch with a handle, which I think is so cute and innovative. Their high-quality steel bottles keep drinks cold for up to 24 hours and warm for up to 12. With Waterdrop, you save up to 98% of plastic and CO2 compared to conventional plastic bottles. So if you're actually trying to improve and level up your hydration game, head to the Waterdrop website and you can find my unique link in the description box down below. Thank you so much to Waterdrop for partnering with me on today's video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight back into it. I'm really excited because I feel like when fall comes around, I just naturally switch up my makeup routine. And this time around, I tried this new makeup look last night for the Rio the Young OG concert. Yeah, it was so cute. I didn't get that many good pictures. That's the look I'm going for today, so we're gonna try. But you guys, when I tell you that I was leading myself to the worst burnout I've ever experienced in my life, I truly do mean it.
So how often do you... Can we not? Jeez, what's wrong? I just don't like numbers. Like, you don't like math? No, not math. Numbers. What?
You need to be getting 8 hours of sleep.
How much do I weigh? How many followers do you have? I need $1 million.
I just abandoned my healthcare journey altogether. And it was really sad because, again, like I said, I am very, 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 how do I describe it? Not sickly, that's not the right word. I'm very fragile, I guess, with my immune system and allergies and respiratory system and stuff like that. So unfortunately, when I burnt myself out and just went straight into all of the inflammatory foods I could find, girl, every single day, I didn't feel great. I actually felt really bad and I was having allergy attacks every single day. My acne was flaring up. I was having eczema breakouts in places I have not had eczema since I was a child. I do want to make a side note too that when I talk about things like this, I'm talking about it from my experience and I'm just adding this as context to the topic that I'm talking about. Just because for me personally, food directly correlates to my ailments, that doesn't mean that everyone that has the same ailments is going to deal with the same issues that I deal with. It's kind of crazy. I know some of you guys are probably going to be like, Tima, do you really have to tell us that? But yeah, I'll be surprised. I honestly do. Even as someone who grew up for the most part eating healthier foods and eating an anti-inflammatory diet, I still was burnt out. I stopped doing it all. I started just craving. And then when you eat a lot of sugar and when you eat a lot of dairy and you eat a lot of these inflammatory foods, you kind of get addicted and you kind of end up in this spiral of that's all you're craving. And like I said, I just stopped caring overall about my health. And for me, that is a very important thing for me to not only feel better, but also feel good. It does make me feel good to take care of my health. Over time, I've definitely built a more moderate and consistent way of taking care of myself to where I can still balance everything out and taking care of myself doesn't start to feel like a chore. And I don't spend my entire day obsessing about my health. But I love the way that concealer makes my eyes pop. And I don't do it enough. I think I'm going to start doing it more, but I'm definitely going to do a little bit of eyeshadow today. yeah, I was also going to tell you guys too, the iron deficiency is something that I definitely struggle with too, which is something that I've kind of improved over time with like my healthcare regime. But a huge indicator of low iron is dark under eyes and eyelids. A pale tongue, even if you brush your tongue well, is a very good indicator of low iron too. The more you know.
Yes.
But I think this is a really real problem that's been trending on all different pockets of the internet, not just wellness, that I've come to realize over time, especially as someone who makes content for a living and talks about conversations like this as a psychology girly. Like this stuff just like, But it's this attempt to make people feel like they're not doing enough. And I feel like that's just the theme of the internet nowadays. And it's kind of become more so a competition to see who can stay most on trend and who could be the most aesthetic. Oh my god, you guys, I've recently started reusing my Tier cushion foundation. I got it a while ago, but I just never really used it that much because it was a little bit not my shade. But for some reason, I'm like getting lighter, so my like summer tan is going away. Maybe it's because of Jamaica. I don't know how that works because it's still summer and I've been like going outside. It's really weird. But anyway, I can use this again, so I've been using it. And with TikTok especially being so viral based, where anyone can go viral, basically, it has become a race of who can up the ante even more. I have been sleeping on this Tier foundation, y'all. It's so freaking good. I'm also running out of my Hourglass concealer. Y'all, I've been using this every single day since I got it. And I think where it really is like frustrates my spirit a little bit, it's that it's become performance masked as reality. There's nothing wrong with being a little bit exaggerated, being a little bit niche, being a little bit aesthetic. Like there's certain pages, you know, like it's for the aesthetic. For example, there's this trend that I absolutely find so adorable where people are getting a coffee cup and they're putting like their lip gloss on there, a digital camera, their little keychain, whatever the case may be. Like that's very clearly staged aesthetic core. But where this type of realm of the internet frustrates me a little bit is that it's supposed to reflect reality. We see these morning routines with these like 50 steps with products, like each product they're using being $100 plus, and it's supposed to be something that they do every day. Oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't done eyeshadow in so long, so I be forgetting what I'm doing, but I forgot that I need to powder my lids before they start creasing, because you know, hooded eyes, you gotta move kind of quick. you gotta get to stepping. And when I say that this is performance masked as reality, I'm not saying this to say that this isn't some people's reality for real and that they don't enjoy doing it. For some people, that's definitely in debate for sure if it's actually something that is their reality. But there are, I'm sure, some people out there that just spend most of their days, dedicated to wellness. And I feel like honestly humans in general, deep down in all of us, we want to live a fulfilling life. And I feel like wellness is, yes, an element of life and living a fulfilled life, but there's so many other elements like hanging out with the community, building a community, being a part of a community, working on your mental health, working on your spiritual health, mental hygiene, working, I mean, doing what you love, finding a passion, finding a hobby, knowing your hobby and dedicating time to your craft. Wellness is not the only thing that I look forward to in my life. So lately I've been on a little bit of a journey to kind of balance everything out. Spend more time hanging out with friends without worrying about how much sugar I'm having and how it's gonna affect me the next day. But also balancing out with my self-care, my daily regimen, which is within reason, but is still very much part of my daily routine. I don't know why I don't utilize eyeshadow more. I feel like it makes my eyes look so sultry. And honestly, ever since I've been on this journey of moderation, but still incorporating the things that are important to me, I have genuinely never been happier. And I don't get burnt out anymore, like at all, because it's become so routine and so staple to me. And it's within reason that it's not trying to force myself to do something that I don't have the energy, time, or space to do. Yes, I've battled with this specific pocket of the internet because that is something to me that is very important just naturally because of the things that I deal with every day with allergies and things of the sort. But I know it's an issue and a common theme across the internet. And I feel like we all kind of experience this to some extent on one pocket of the internet or social media or another. Even if we don't go on social media that much or we try to keep our screen time down, there's always that one little pocket of the internet that makes you feel like, damn, I could be doing a lot more. And the scary thing about this is that we don't realize how much we're consumed by it until we actually take the time to reflect on the things that we are being influenced by. And unfortunately, that is the way that social media functions, and that's how it thrives today, is through this like comparison, wanting you to compare, wanting you to think that you're not doing enough. And a lot of people know that, and a lot of people know how to utilize that to their advantage and to the consumer's disadvantage, to be dishonest and create a false reality to make people feel like they're not doing enough. Let me actually just do my eyeliner real quick because I don't want to mess her up. I love experimenting with my makeup. I feel like this makeup look, this makeup vibe is like my cup of tea for sure. And I don't know why, but I haven't really stepped out of my comfort zone with my makeup in a while. Oh my. See, this is why I just need to do it. And shut my yapper. There we go. Ooh.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Very cute. Another part too is genuinely just logging off and spending less time on the internet, because whether we want to admit it or not, that is genuinely how social media was designed, at least in the way it is today. It's supposed to be a constant feedback loop of, oh my gosh, comparison, oh my gosh, I could be doing better, mixed in with a little bit of funny and other things in between. So I feel like when I did 75 hard specifically, which is why for me personally, I think I'm going to do 75 hard again. It might not work for everyone. Everyone learns differently, but I'm definitely the type of person where I hold my own word to such a high standard that when I have something like 75 hard or something, to genuinely keep myself accountable and to where it's like, okay, I said I'm gonna do this, so I have to keep my word to myself. It works miracles for me. That's literally how I'm able to change certain habits, change certain things about me, or improve or remove, certain bad habits or habits that just don't serve me well, and so on and so forth. So when I did 75 hard, one of the things that I did was have a strict 2-hour screen time limit. When I tell you guys, I found myself not only being a lot less impressed by everything I saw online and a lot less influenced, but I started feeling a lot more secure, stable in my routines, and it became moderate but still catered to me. It became something where it's like, yeah, I'll take my supplements if I need it. If I don't need it, I don't need it. And I just listened to myself. Iron, spinach, I would crave a lot, and I would just make spinach, and it became less about like, oh my gosh, I have to do these, I have to do this step-by-step wellness routine throughout the day. It became more about listening to my body and what my body needs me to do rather than what I need to do to be aesthetic. And another thing too, when I, set that 2-hour screen time limit, I realized that I had a lot more time to do the things that we don't have time for. I found time to invest into my hobbies, things that I kind of abandoned. Would you guys also want to see a vlog of me doing a realistic 75 hard, or maybe a different challenge or something? Like I said, I definitely am the type of person that thrives with challenges like that. So I definitely want to do something to kind of, you know, get my screen time back, deal with my inflammation, and I'm also moving soon, so I definitely want to save up, and this is like the perfect time for me to do 75 hard. Or if you guys would want to see me vlog my experience with 75 hard, let me know in the comments down below, because I was thinking about doing it last time, but I feel like right now, because there's just a lot going on in my life right now, y'all, like maybe I will do a video about it. I don't know, because I do feel like I have such a strong community on here. It feels kind of strange for me to like go through some of the things I'm going through right now without sharing it to you guys. So if you guys honestly just want me to start talking more about my personal life and like, you know, maybe do more podcast stuff and also do like vlogs with my 75 hard, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, you guys, I really am really excited to get back into that, because it's just like the perfect time to do it. And I just want to get back to the point where I was so logged off that like I was so much happier, because genuinely, and I've talked about this in my last video too, the internet has become such a draining place sometimes. And even if you do curate your feed, that's the bulk of the internet right now, and it's really frustrating. But you know, of course, I'm not saying this to say that like, oh, the internet is like devil sent, banish them to the wastelands. I'm not saying that. I love the internet. I mean, I work on the internet. There's certain things that I've learned from the internet that I've implemented in my day-to-day life. There's certain things that I'm so glad that I found out through the internet. So I'm not saying this to bash on the internet. It's just that in moderation. I think that's the whole point and key to everything, is everything in moderation. Ooh, I forgot how bright that was. I'm trying to like perfect my fall makeup look. I'm trying to go for like a berry type of vibe for my cheeks and lips, but I really like more of like an orangey. But the issue is it's kind of hard to find a pigmented enough. Oh, Juvia's Place. See, I've been like trying to hold off on buying products because I really am trying to be anti-consumerist. Okay, oh my god. It's giving Oompa Loompa. When did that happen? But yeah, I've been really trying to be anti-consumer as much as possible, and then I also get sent products a lot, so I was like, I'm gonna hold off on buying anything. But I really do think I want to buy a blush. Yeah, I really want a good pigmented like fall orange, burnt auburn type of color. Ooh, or like a really like deep like cherry red. As much as we all like to think that we wouldn't be easily influenced, it happens a lot more than we realize, and it's sneaky, but it's really subtle and it's really there. Even if you are scrolling on social media and you're consciously like, okay, I'm realizing that a lot of this is probably performance, even if it isn't, I'm not there to know this exact circumstances that this person has to be able to live this type of lifestyle. And yeah, you can still have that mindset when scrolling on social media, but you can still be impacted indirectly with your subconscious. Things like that really do stick with you, which is why I run away from my phone when I wake up. Like, I have done it a few times recently, especially because I've been going through a lot. Whenever I do that, you guys, when I tell you guys, like, the first like TikTok that really stuck to me of the morning stays in my brain for the entire day. Like, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, if you watch like a video in the morning, like first thing in the morning, that is the one that sticks to you like so much. Even if it's just like a really regular type of video, it just sticks with you different than if you were to watch it later throughout the day. So I definitely try to avoid going on my phone first thing in the morning and like last thing before I go to sleep, because things like that really do stick into your psyche. And it's so crazy to me because I'm really into meditating, and I noticed that when I'm trying to get into that flow on a day that I have been on TikTok a lot or that I've been doom scrolling, that shit, like, it's like a fly that won't go away. Like, it literally sticks in my brain. But as always, you guys, there's always so much room for conversation with topics like this. And I'm really glad I kind of started talking more about social commentary while I get ready, because it's something that I'm super passionate about. I feel like our generation has a lot of work to do when it comes to social media and the internet. We are the first ones to really in real time realize the effects that social media is having on all of us. So I really want to do my part to create conversation around topics like this. And I really do love you guys so much. Like, I love my community. I love that we're able to talk about things like this. With the climate that's on the internet, sometimes it's really hard to talk about certain topics, but I feel like I have you guys, and you guys are such a good community. Like, I feel like we can really, really talk about certain topics, and you guys want to talk about certain topics. So, as per usual, I'm always so excited to hear what you guys have to say about topics in the comments. You guys love to like continue the discourse in the comment section. Of course, there is so much more conversation to be had on this topic, so I would love to read your guys' comments on my comments and expansions of the topics in the comments down below.